Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we are on the third chapter of this book, Krishna Consciousness, the Topmost Yoga System. And we have seen the first two chapters very beautifully. The editors at BBT had brought together different sections from Srila Prabhupada's teachings to form this book. We saw how the first chapter was from a lecture given by Srila Prabhupada in the University of Florida, Gainesville, Florida, in 1971. And chapter 2 we saw was basically an article written by Srila Prabhupada in 1969, which appeared in the Back to Godhead magazine. This chapter, chapter 3, comes from a lecture that Srila Prabhupada gave in 1971 in London. So this is one of the earliest years of ISKCON coming into London. Srila Prabhupada went to London. And this is on Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 5th chapter, 30th verse. So on this Prabhupada is speaking, and that's the formation of this chapter that we're going to read today. So beyond the laws of nature, that's what Srila Prabhupada has to teach us. In materialistic life, we cannot control our senses and mind. So, from all the books that we have been reading, we saw how important is mind control, sense control. But living a materialistic life, living a hedonistic life, we know that, the mind is let loose, the senses are let loose. There's no controlling. And Prabhupada says, the mind is dictating, enjoy your senses in this way, and we are enjoying our senses. Materialistic life means sense gratification. This sense gratification, or gratification of the senses, process is going on life after life. In the many varieties of life, there are different standards of sense gratification. Krishna is so kind that he has given us full liberty to gratify our senses. So human life, we have an option, we have a choice. Sense gratification is going on in all species, in different levels, in different capacities. Krishna is so kind that he has given us the liberty. Okay, if you like to enjoy your senses, there are multiple ways of doing it. You can do it, right? So let's see what comes up next. We are part and parcel of Krishna. We have small particles of all the desires of Krishna. So Krishna, we are like a subset of the entire universal set, which is Krishna. So Krishna is unlimited Ichcha Shakti, which means desire, potency. And we have small capability of Ichcha or desire. Our existence is a small particle of God's, just like a small particle of gold, which has all the qualities of the original gold. Krishna has the propensity for sense gratification. So here saying God also wants to enjoy, right? There's nothing wrong in that. So here it's a very beautiful understanding that sometimes people say religionist means they are denial of their senses, denial of their emotions, denial of enjoyment. That's not true. We have seen in Shastras, before we have discussed as well, that Shastras mention Anando Mayo Abhyasar, that the Jiva, the living being or Supreme Lord, is always looking for Ananda, always looking for enjoyment. Right? This is what we like, this is what we want. So God himself has always a propensity for enjoyment, and therefore we also have a propensity for enjoyment. He is the original sense gratifier. What a line. Okay. Can you imagine someone saying this about God? God, Krishna is the original sense gratifier. It is stated in Bhagavad Gita that Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. Bhoktaram yagya tapasham. Bhokta, he is the supreme enjoyer. Our enjoying spirit exists because it exists originally in Krishna. It's a very beautiful statement. This shows the reality. We are not in denial of anything. God is all enjoying. Therefore, we also have a desire to enjoy. So we are not against enjoyment. But in which way do we go about enjoying? That is the question. The Vedanta Sutra says that everything originates from Krishna, Parabrahman, or the absolute truth, means from which everything is generated. Therefore, our desire for sense gratification is coming from Krishna. Here is the perfect sense gratification. Krishna and Radha Rani. The perfect combination of complete enjoyment. Krishna and Radha Rani. Young boys and girls are similarly trying to enjoy their senses. But where is this propensity coming from? It is coming from Krishna. It's so, these statements are so real, so practical, we can relate with them. Because we are part and parcel of Krishna, the quality of desire for sense gratification exists within us. But the difference is that we are trying to gratify our senses in the material world. Therefore, we are perverted. Right? So our mistake of enjoyment is we are enjoying in the wrong place. We are enjoying in an inferior realm, or we are trying to enjoy something which is not of reality or value. In Krishna consciousness, one gratifies his senses. In Krishna consciousness, we do gratify our senses in association with Krishna. Then it is perfect. So how this is going to happen is the entire chapter discussion. So let's see the next paragraph. So Prabhupada gives an example. For example, if there is a nice sweet ball or some nice food stuff and the finger picks it up, the finger cannot enjoy. The food stuff has to be given to the stomach, and then the finger can also enjoy. Similarly, we cannot gratify our senses directly. We are like the fingers, we are the parts of the entire body. It's just a limb of the entire body. If this finger wants to enjoy, it cannot directly go and enjoy the sweet meat or the food stuff. It has to pick it up and give it to the origin, the source, the stomach, then from which the finger also enjoys. So our problem is we are trying to enjoy our senses directly, right? But when we join with Krishna, when Krishna enjoys, then we enjoy. That is our position. Finger cannot eat anything independently. It cannot enjoy the nice sweet ball. The finger can pick it up and put it in the stomach. And when the stomach enjoys, then the finger enjoys. So this analogy given here for the stomach and the limbs comes from Srimad Bhagavatam. Narada Muni gives this at the end of the 4th canto. He gives this analogy. And Acharyas in this comment, that let's say you say, no, 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 the finger wants to enjoy. Well, let's say the eyes want to enjoy. The eyes have seen a beautiful gulab jamun, and the eyes say, let me enjoy it. So you take the gulab jamun and you're putting it in the eye. Enjoy, enjoy. What will happen? Right? There's no enjoyment. Second thing, you actually damage the organ. You damage the eye. So similarly, Jiva, a separate, we are part and parcel of Lord. If we try to enjoy directly, we will not get enjoyment. But what will happen? It will actually harm us. Just like we harm the limb. But we take that gulab jamun and you put it in the mouth, it gets digested, entire body, all the limbs get, nourished by it. So therefore, direct enjoyment here, direct trying to enjoy without God, without Krishna, bereft of the association of God, that is the dangerous thing. So then Prabhupada continues to say, we have to purify the propensity of material sense gratification. That means selfish sense gratification. That is Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness means to purify the desire or the propensity for selfish enjoyment. For Krishna consciousness, we have to be purified. What is that purification? We cannot enjoy anything directly. So we have to enjoy true Krishna. For example, we take prasadam. The nice prasadam, the food stuff that is prepared is not taken directly. We take it through Krishna. First of all, we offer it to Krishna and then we take it. Such a simple process. Eating, we have enjoyment in that beautiful food stuff we have made, but we don't directly consume it. We offer it to Krishna and directly consume, and then we consume it. So why? Prabhupada further elaborates. What is the difficulty? There is no difficulty, but you become purified. The eating process is the same, but if you eat directly, then you become materialistically encumbered. If you offer to Krishna, however, then take it. Then you become freed from all contamination of material life. That is stated in Bhagavad Gita. So we're going to look at the shloka here. This is what the principle of eating through Krishna is mentioned in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 13th verse. Yagya shishta shinashanto muchante sarva kilvishai Vunjate te tvagam papa ye pachanti atma karanat. The devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins, right? Agam papa, because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice, meaning as an offering to the Lord. Others who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment, meaning directly trying to enjoy without Krishna, verily eat only sin. Pachanti atma karana. They are only eating sin. Like that. So that is the verse. Devotees take prasadam after offering it to Krishna. That is called sacrifice. Whatever you offer to Krishna or Vishnu is called sacrifice. Whatever we do here within this material world is some sort of sinful activity, even if we do not know it. So here Prabhupada is saying that anything that we do in connection to God, or in connection to Krishna, is actually an act of devotional service, it's sacrifice. And anything we do on our own accord, for our own purposes, that is sin. Killing is sinful activity. Even if we do not kill willingly, even if we do not kill willingly, it's still sinful. For example, Prabhupada says, when you walk down the street, you are killing many animals, stepping on so many things. Whenever you drink water, you're also killing. There's some microbes and all. Below a water pot, there are many ants and microbes that are being killed. You drink a glass of water, put it down, you kill something. Whenever you light a fire, there are many small microbes that also burn in that fire. Everything is life. When you grind spices with a mortar or pestle, so many microbes are killed. We are responsible for this, Prabhupada is saying. Willingly or unwillingly, we are becoming entangled in many sinful activities. So sometimes they say, the material world is designed such where the propensity to commit sin is more greater than the ability for us to purify ourselves of sin. The propensity of committing sinful activities is more than our own ability of purifying ourselves. So what is our one-time prayer, one-time temple visit compared with the amount of sin that we are generating daily in our daily activities? Therefore, Shastras recommend the continuous chanting of the mantra Hare Krishna and continuous being engaged in bhakti. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita says that if you take the remnants of foodstuff after offering sacrifice, meaning after offering to Krishna, you become freed from all contamination. Muchante sarva kilvishay. Otherwise, one who cooks to eat personally without offering to Krishna is simply eating sinful reactions because they are trying to enjoy directly. This is our position. Therefore, it is stated that because people generally cannot control their senses, they engage in the materialistic way of life in which repeated birth and death in different species take place. I do not know what is my next life, but the next life will come. Before us, there are many species of life. I can take birth in any one of them. I can be a demigod, I can become a cat, I can become a dog, I can become Brahma. There's so many forms of life. In the next life, I have to accept one of these forms, even if I don't want to. Why? So because there's a law, right? We see in Bhagavad Gita. Sorry, we just come to that after this. Right? Suppose someone asks, in your next life, would you like to take the form of a dog or a hog? I would not like it. But the law of nature says that after giving up this body, when I am not existing in this body anymore, I will have to accept another body according to my karma. That is in the hands of nature. So, just remembering this, one time Srila Prabhupada was in a lecture and he asked people that if we do not improve our life, we might have the risk of becoming a dog in the next life. And then one of the participants, a boy, he stood up and said, that sounds nice. I don't mind becoming a dog. It sounds good. And Srila Prabhupada was just thinking, my God, all right, all blessings to you. May you become a dog in your next life. So sometimes people they think that, it's okay to take a birth again, but birth in animal species, it's very troublesome. So Prabhupada says it is arranged by superior supervision. So we cannot control this. What will happen to our next life based on our karma, we cannot choose, right? We cannot choose. It's done by superior arrangement. And that's a shloka here that is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, how a person takes birth. Okay. So here's the third canto, 31st chapter, first verse. Shri Bhagavan Vacha, Karmana Daiva Netrena, divine supervision, right? Prabhupada mentions superior supervision. Daiva Netrena, the divine eyes, Netra, the divine eyes of the Supreme. Karmana Daiva Netrena. According to our karma, the Supreme Personality of Godhead gives us Daiva Netrena, supervision. Jantur Deho Papatyate. We take birth, we get a body. How Shtriya Pravishta Udaram, because it has entered the womb of the woman. How what has entered? Pumsha Reta Kanashraya. The Jiva has taken shelter of the particle of semen which enters the womb of the mother, and there it starts to develop its body. And all this activity is done by the superior supervision of karma and the Supreme Lord. right? So Prabhupada says, you cannot order, give me the body of Brahma, give me the body of Indra or a king or something exalted. That is not in your hands or in my hands. That will be judged by the superior agency of God. Karmana Daiva Netrena, Krishna, and you will be given a body. Therefore, it is our duty to prepare a body which will help us to go back to Krishna, that is Krishna consciousness. So we can choose what kind of body we get. But whether we get it or not, that is not in our hands. But still we can prepare. How is that? There's another verse that comes in Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter, 6th verse. This is the principle of reincarnation. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajantente kalevaram tam tam evaiti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavita. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam. Whatever you think at time of death, tyajantente kalevaram tam tam evaiti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavita. One will actually, you know, achieve this. One will get the same result based on whatever one is thinking at time of death. So our actually goal is to prepare our consciousness, right? We have to ready our future lives in this life. So if we are Krishna conscious in this life, fully Krishna conscious in this life, what will be our next life? We'll be, you know, back to Godhead, where we will be Krishna conscious as well. Prabhupada gives an example. Prahlad Maharaj, a great authority, says that one must take instruction from others. So here Prabhupada is quoting the original lecture sloka 7.5.30 in Srimad Bhagavatam, that one must take instruction from others, one must take instruction from a guru or a spiritual master, one should not take instruction from anyone unless one accepts him as a guru. But even one who has a nice guru cannot remain Krishna conscious if he is determined to remain in the material world. Right? If someone desires to enjoy this world, have so much desires that let me take another birth to enjoy this, let me take another birth to enjoy that. If one is so desirous of enjoying so many things in this world, then even if one has a powerful guru, then one will not go back home back to God. Right? If my determination is to remain in this world, to enjoy material life, then for me, Krishna consciousness is impossible. It's a beautiful line Prabhupada is mentioning. So we see the shloka here, which is the lecture topic what Prabhupada is giving. So Prahlad Maharaj is speaking, his father, or to his friends. He's saying, Matirna Krishne parato swato va mito vipadyeta griha vratanam atanta gobir vishatam tamishram punah punascharvita charvananam. He says one cannot become Krishna conscious. Matirna Krishne parato swato va, by others' instruction or your instruction, mito abhipatyeta, or both combined effort, others giving instruction, or you yourself trying yourself. You cannot become a Krishna conscious devotee if one is a griha vratanam. He has taken the bold vow of I want to enjoy this world. And if one has desires to enjoy this world, it does not matter if one is determined, if it does not matter if one has a powerful guru also. Adanta Gobir, if one's senses are not controlled, Vishatam Tamishram, one will glide down into lower life. Because Punah Punas Charvita Charvananam. Again and again, we're just wanting to chew the chewed. So this comes a very important concept that we should develop detachment from this material world. One should see material enjoyment as insignificant in comparison to spiritual enjoyment. We're not against enjoyment. We want a higher type of enjoyment, not in this material world. One should always remember there is nothing new to see in this material world. Life after life, we have experienced everything. We should be grateful with what body we have. We should be grateful with what life we have. And we should use it to perfect the life. Not be desirous that, oh, maybe I can take birth next time in a different country and try again. Why? We have already done it before. Nothing new. Everyone in the material world is engaged in all kinds of political, philanthropic, and humanitarian activities to make material life happy and prosperous. But this is not possible, right? Sometimes when I read this, I keep on remembering Michael Jackson's song, to make a world a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. I didn't want to sing that, but it is not possible, right? It is not possible. One should understand that in the material world, however one may try to make adjustments, he cannot be happy. To cite an example I have many times given, if you take a fish out of water, you can give it a very comfortable velvet bedstead, but still the fish cannot be happy. It will die because the fish is an animal of the water. It cannot be happy without water. Similarly, we are all spirit soul. We are creatures of spirit, not matter. Unless we are in spiritual life or in the spiritual world, we cannot be happy. That is our position. Beautiful. Everyone is trying for that spiritual realization, but we do not know. Therefore, we are trying to be happy here in material conditions. We are becoming frustrated and confused. Therefore, we have to withdraw this understanding that we shall be happy by making adjustments to this material world. Prabhupada is saying, withdraw that conception from the mind, that understanding that let me adjust this, I'll be happy. And let me adjust that, I'll be happy. Let me take birth in this body, I'll be happy. Let me take birth in that country, I'll be happy. Let me improve my economic condition, I'll be happy. Let me get another degree, I'll be happy. Let me change my circumstances, physical body, let me change, I'll be happy. No amount of material adjustment is going to make us happy. Then Krishna conscious will be effective. If we remove this conception from mind, that only Krishna conscious will make us happy. The boys and girls who are our students have been very scornful of materialistic way of life. They're not very interested in it. Their fathers and guardians are not poor. So Prabhupada is saying these people are not interested in material life, but they're not coming from poor families. There is no scarcity of food or material enjoyment. They had everything. Why are they being frustrated? You may say that because India is a poverty-stricken, you may say that India is poverty-stricken, the people are frustrated. So Prabhupada is saying that poor people are frustrated. Yeah, Prabhupada is saying, but why are the American boys and girls being frustrated? You say, no, but you see rich people are also frustrated. That is the proof that the materialistic way of life cannot make you happy. No matter if you're rich or you're poor, everybody is frustrated. You may go on for some time trying to become happy, or some people make show of being happy, but happiness will never come from materialistic life, right? So the big illusion nowadays, they are like TV shows and channels dedicated to showing the lifestyle of the rich and famous, right? Billionaire lifestyle, millionaire lifestyle. They're showing all this and everyone's looking at their boats and their cars and their houses and people are like, wow. But fact is that no one, it's just for some time trying to be happy. It will never actually really satisfy. That is a fact. Those who are trying to be happy by making material adjustments cannot take to Krishna conscious. Like Prahlad Maharaj says, Mater na Krishna. They cannot become Krishna conscious. Matir, their mati, their consciousness, not Krishna, cannot be absorbed in Krishna. Because Adanta Gobir, they have uncontrolled senses. Frustration and confusion with materialistic life is the qualification to come to Krishna conscious. So this is a very interesting thing Prabhupada says, to come to Krishna conscious, not to be Krishna conscious. Being Krishna conscious requires us to be Krishna conscious by practicing bhakti. But to come to Krishna conscious, frustration and confusion with the materialistic life. Many people, we get confused. What is this all about? Or we get frustrated that I tried everything. Nothing is making happy. I need some sense to my life. To come to Krishna conscious. But it's not a means to stay in Krishna conscious. We have to remember this. These boys and girls have good qualification. They are coming to Krishna consciousness. They're coming to Krishna consciousness. There is a verse in Srimad Bhagavatam which states that sometimes to show special favor to his devotees, Krishna takes away all of one's material opulence. For example, the Pandavas were bereft of their kingdom. Although Krishna was present there, Krishna was present as their friend, and still they were bereft of their kingdom. They lost their property, their wife was insulted, and they were driven away to the forest. Okay, so this is how Krishna shows his special favor by removing the opulence of a devotee. So there's a verse that comes in Srimad Bhagavatam, which Prabhupada is mentioning. This is the verse in the 10th canto, 88th chapter, 8th verse. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Yasyaham Anugrinnami Harishe Tadhanam Shanai Tato Dhanam Tajantyasya Svajana Dukkha Dukkitam. So people will start leaving them when they, God being merciful, remove their wealth. So they remove their false conception and automatically people, their relatives start leaving them. Swajana, their own people, dukkha dukkitam, are the cause of their these miseries. That when a person doesn't have money, then he realizes who are their real friends. Everyone starts leaving them. This question was posed by Yudhishthira Maharaj to Krishna. How is it, he inquired indirectly, that you are our friend and that we are put into such difficulty? Krishna replied to Yudhishthira Maharaj, this is my special favor. Sometimes we cannot understand the special favor of Krishna. So this frustration of the American and English boys with the materialistic way of life is a good sign for accepting Krishna consciousness. Again, coming to Krishna consciousness, not being Krishna conscious. Right? Being Krishna conscious requires a lot of positive activities of bhakti. Else, there are so many people frustrated in this world, but not everyone is God conscious. Right? Of course, one does not need to become poor to take to Krishna consciousness. No, Prabhupada saying that don't worry. It's not that you need to become poor to become a devotee. But if anyone has the desire to become spiritually advanced, okay, while at the same time enjoying material life, that is not possible. So the concept here is that you cannot put your feet in two places. You may be materially very well off, but you may not have the desire to enjoy. That's fine. There are many devotees that we have who are very materially affluent, but they do not have a desire to enjoy. They just see that money, that thing is just something that Krishna has given, used for Krishna service. They're not attached to it. But here Prabhupada is talking about being a devotee, desiring to be a good devotee, at the same time desiring to enjoy, having foot on both tracks or both lanes. That's not possible, right? Imagine putting your feet, 2 feet in different boats, your Krishna conscious boat and your material enjoyment boat. The boat will pull apart, you'll fall in between. These are two contradictory aspirations. Like Prabhupada always say, Krishna consciousness and sense gratification go ill together. One must be determined to be happy in spiritual life. That is real happiness. One should understand that Krishna consciousness is all in all and perfection in itself. This human form is specially meant for coming to that standard of spiritual life by tapasya, by voluntarily rejecting materialistic way of life. So we are not rejecting the matter or the world. We are rejecting the concept of trying to enjoy this world directly. We may utilize this world. We have discussed this before. Karmis, those who want to enjoy this world, they sensualize this world. Jnanis, who want to get rid of this world, they demonize this world. But devotees, we do not sensualize it, we do not demonize it, we utilize it. We understand it's Krishna's energy. In the history of India, there were many great kings like Prahlad Maharaj, who even at a young age practiced tapasya. Prahlad Maharaj, at the age of only 24 years, left his young wife, young children, and the whole empire, Bharatavarsha, and went to the forest for meditation. There are many such instances. Prahlad Maharaj was questioned by his father, Hiranyakashipu, who has taught you this Krishna consciousness? So Prahlad Maharaj speaking all this, no? And Hiranyakashipu, the father, the great demon, he's asking his son, I sent you to the best demoniac school. Who has taught you this Krishna bhakti? A king's son does not mix with anyone else. He simply learns, he simply takes lessons from the appointed teachers. In this case, the appointed teachers were Sanda and Amarka. How is it that this boy, who was only 5 years old, was so Krishna conscious? His father was surprised, so he asked him, how have you taken to Krishna conscious? How have you become a devotee? The answer was, Prahlad Maharaj said, my dear father, Krishna consciousness cannot be achieved by like a person by you, whose job is always simply to enjoy this material world. Right? Prahlad Maharaj says to his father that one who is trying to enjoy this world cannot become Krishna conscious. Hiranya means gold and Kashipu means softly cushioned bed. Sense gratification, right? Hiranyakashipu. Materialistic life is spent chewing the chewed, like this verse says, punah punas charvita charvananam. Take, for instance, a father. A father knows that he has responsibilities, so he works hard to maintain his family. It is very difficult to keep the high standard of living in this age. Srila Prabhupada was talking this in 1971. Okay, today's we can only imagine. So one must work very hard and engage one's son in the same way. Father works very hard. Father engages the son also in same field of work. Son is also working very hard. Son gets a son in the future. He engages his son. Father, son, and the grandson all work very hard. Right? Everyone is constantly working hard. In spite of very bad experience with materialistic life, still one engages his son in the same way. Materialistic life. Father struggle, did not get success. He put his son also struggles, did not get success. He puts his son. What is this about, This happens again and again. So it is like chewing the chewed things again and again, chewing and chewing. Like someone has chewing gum and he's chewed and chewed and chewed and chewed. The more you chew, you're not going to get anything out of it. Once I have chewed sugarcane and taken its juice, it is thrown out in the street. And if someone wants to taste it to see how sweet it is, okay, he is chewing the chewed. There's nothing else to get from it. Similarly, we don't have very good experience with this materialistic life, this hard struggle of life. But human beings, as it is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, are born of the quality of passion. There are three qualities in the material world: goodness, passion, and ignorance. Human race, by classification, is in the mode of passion. This is mentioned in the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th chapter. Because people are in the mode of passion, they love to work very hard, isn't it? That hard work is considered happiness. In London, so Srila Prabhupada is lecturing in London here, you will see that everyone engaged in hard work. In the morning, all the buses and trucks travel with great speed, and people go to the office or factory from morning until late at night. Now, practically, it's all over the world like this. They work hard, and it's called advancement of civilization, to work harder. Some of them are frustrated. They don't want it. There will be frustration. After all, it is hard work. Hogs, too, are working hard day and night, thinking, where is stool, where is stool, where is stool? That is their business. Therefore, in one sense, this is a kind of civilization. This kind of civilization is a hog and dog civilization. Why? Because animals work so hard just to find food, and we're also working so hard, thinking that we're going to be happy. It is not human civilization. Human civilization means sobriety, to be sober. One should be inquisitive. A human being should be inquisitive to know these things. What are the things that we should know to be human? Who am I? Why am I put into this condition of working very hard to get only a few grains? Why am I in this uncomfortable situation? Where did I come from? Where do I have to go? The Vedanta Sutra begins by stating that a human being should be inquisitive to know who he is, where he comes from, and where he has to go. This is called Atatho Brahma Jigyasa. Ataha Brahma Jigyasa. Now again, inquire about this spiritual subject matter. Now again, why? You have taken birth. Great. But you have taken birth as a human. Now again. All right. So this is the best chance to inquire. Krishna consciousness is for those who have come to detest this material world. No interest in it. There are good candidates for developing Krishna consciousness. Those who have no interest or understand the futility of material enjoyment. They will inquire why these men are working so hard and what their goal of life is. Right? Practically, you see people work so hard, but nobody becomes the millionaire. That is answered in Srimad Bhagavatam. People are working hard because they do not actually know what the goal of life is. So here Prabhupada is relating to the next verse in his lecture, 7.5.31. Right? Everyone says that he is looking after his self-interest, but he does not know what his self-interest is. So the next verse says, Nate vidu swartha gatim hi Vishnu. Swartha gatim. What is the real self-interest of everyone? Nate vidu. People do not know that the real self-interest is Vishnu, God. He should know that his real self-interest is to make progress towards Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They do not know this. Why don't they know it? Because they have hopes which are very difficult to fulfill. The Prabhupada saying they're so much desirous, so much filled with asha, so much filled with desires, and which is impossible to fulfill. I may hope for something which is possible, that is good. But if I hope for something which is never possible, that hope will never be fulfilled. So the jiva, we, the living beings in this material world, hoping for enjoyment from matter is like someone hoping for a drop of water by squeezing a stone. If you squeeze a stone, hoping that I'll get one drop of water, right? We're going to be frustrated. There's nothing in it. So similarly, trying to enjoy this material world, trying to enjoy matter, thinking that this matter my education, my body, my intelligence, my family, my finance, my career, my social status. These are the things that are going to bring me happiness. It's like squeezing that rock to pull out that one drop of water. We are a composition of external and internal energies of God. So we, this body, and we, the soul, a combination of external and internal. External means Bahiranga Shakti and internal means Antaranga Shakti. The Lord's Bahiranga Shakti is this material world and Antaranga Shakti is the spirit. The gross external energy is this gross material body. And the subtle external energy is the mind intelligence and, let's repeat that. The gross external energy is this gross material body, and the subtle external energy is the mind, intelligence, and ego. So here we have 8 kinds of external energy, right? 5 which makes this body, the Pancha Mahabhut: earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. 5 are gross, 3 are subtle, but they're all material. Behind both these energies, the gross external and the subtle external, is the soul, which is the internal energy. This body is made of earth, water, fire, air, and ether. So if you remember, some time ago in our first book or second book, we showed a video of what the body is made of, external body, subtle body, and internal body. The soul is made of Satchit Ananda, and the subtle body is made of mind, intelligence, false ego, and the external physical body is made of the Pancha Mahabhut. This is called gross external energy, and there is also a subtle external energy of mind, intelligence, and false ego. Behind that, the soul is there. I am the proprietor of this body, just as one is covered by a shirt and a coat, which are external to his real body. Similarly, we are covered by this gross body made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether, which is the gross external energy of God or Krishna, and the mind, intelligence, and ego, which are subtle. Thus, we are covered. It's like a person putting on, I have this shirt and another cloth. These are all just externals. I may think that simply by having a nice shirt and coat, I can be happy. But is it possible? Unless you eat nicely, unless you sleep nicely, unless you have your sense gratification, you will be happy simply by putting on a costly shirt and coat. If someone just dresses nicely and doesn't do anything else, can they be happy? No, they need to maintain the body. So similarly, this body, our material body, is like a coat, is like a shirt. If we just take care of this body, I look good, I should feel good, I should be good, I should be well situated, but we do not feed the soul, then what is the point of just maintaining this body? No, that is not possible. We want to be happy by adjustment of this external energy. That cannot be. You are spirit soul, you must have spiritual food, you must have spiritual life, and then you can be happy. As you cannot be happy simply by having a nice shirt and coat, similarly, simply by the materialistic way of life, you cannot be happy. There is gross matter and subtle matter. Gross matter includes high skyscraper buildings, machines, factories, nice roads, good cars, etc. Subtle matter includes nice songs, poetry, philosophy, etc. People are trying to be happy with this gross and subtle material existence. That cannot be. So no matter the n numbers of good movies, good songs, poetry, whatever we have, n number of external facilities. Nowadays we have AIs and smart this, smart that, smart watches, smart houses, smart phones, smart toilets. Whatever we have, we cannot be happy. Why have people accepted this sort of civilization? Because they are led by blind leaders. We are conducting this Krishna conscious movement and very few are interested. But suppose we advertise some falsehood. If you follow this path, within 6 months, you will become God and you will be all powerful. Many people would come. This is actually one blind man leading another blind man. Cheater cheating the cheater and cheated, right? Cheater attracting the cheated. Suppose one blind man says, all right, come, follow me. Blind man is saying, come everyone, follow me. He himself is blind. I shall help you by crossing this busy Mulberry Street in London. He is blind and the followers are also blind. The result will be that they will be hit by some car or truck and they will all die. We do not know that we are bound by the stringent laws of material nature. How can we become free from this material bondage? We have to take instruction from those who are not blind, whose eyes are opened and who are liberated from this false material bondage. So therefore, Guru, Om Agyana Timirandhasya, Jnananjana Shalakaya. He removes this blindness, these cataracts of ignorance, and give us the self to actually see properly. One must take instruction from such person, and then he will be able to understand his self-interest. So we do not really understand what is our swartha, our real self-interest, because we are blinded. We need a perfect representative who has the eyes to see, Shastra Chakshuhu, who sees through the eyes of the Shastra. Otherwise, Prabhupada says, if one who is blind takes instruction from a blind man, it will not be possible for him to be liberated from the material bondage. So we should also be very careful where we are getting the knowledge from. It should not be a blind knowledge. It should be based on Shastra. What is self-interest? What is the interest of a child when it's crying? Prabhupada says, what do you say swartha? What is your real self-interest? Prabhupada says, when a child is crying, what is his interest? It is searching after his mother's breast. Anyone who knows this immediately brings the child to the mother. Take care of your child. He is crying. A child when suddenly cries, immediately someone knows, bring to mother. Right? The mother takes him to her breast and the child is immediately happy. The child cannot express what he wants, so he simply cries. But one who knows what he is crying for helps him, and the child becomes happy. Similarly, because we are part and parcel of Krishna, the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we are actually crying for Krishna. But these false leaders, these blind leaders do not know. They are giving some stone instead of bread. Right? So we also, all of us cry in life, due to some difficulty, due to some problem, some issue. But we don't realize, of course, we can't realize on our own, that we're actually crying for love of God. But the Guru is so expert. They see why you're crying, why you're struggling, why you're suffering is because you're bereft of love of God. Come and become Krishna conscious and be happy. But a false leader, blind leader, they will say, oh, you're crying? Why are you crying? You need some entertainment? Here, take entertainment. Oh, why are you crying? You need some enjoyment? Here, take enjoyment. Now be happy. So that's cheating the person. How can one be happy? Prabhupada asks. I've already explained the gross external energy and the subtle external energy. Those who are interested in this gross and subtle external energies will never have their ambition of life fulfilled. One who is interested in Vishnu, in God, in showing the path of Vishnu is the real friend. One who is giving Krishna consciousness is the real friend of the world. Just like when a child is crying and someone says, bring that child to his mother, that is actually a real well-wisher. No others can give happiness to human society. That is the explanation given by Prahlad Maharaj. You cannot manufacture a process of happiness by tackling this material energy. That is not possible because the material energy is not under your control. It is under control by the Supreme. How can you overpower the material energy? It is not possible. That is explained in Bhagavad Gita. It is not possible to overcome the stringent laws of material nature. Krishna says, it is my energy, I am the controller. But one can surrender to me. Daivihesha gunamayi mama maya duradyaya. My maya, my energy is so difficult to overcome. Mam eva ye prapatyante mayam etan tarantiti. But one who surrenders to me, they can cross over maya. All the material activities of the cosmic manifestation are going on just to bring the rebellious souls back to Godhead. The entire cause, the whole material world is created just to bring the rebellious souls back to Godhead. So that's why it's compared to a prison. Prison, when one enters a correctional facility, what they're trying to correct? They're trying to correct the attitude. So similarly, this material world is meant to correct the rebellious attitude of the jiva, to submit, to serve the will of the Lord. That is the situation. Maya's stringent laws are there. Why? What is the purpose of the police force or the military force? The purpose is to keep the citizens obedient to the state. If a citizen is disobedient to the state law, he is immediately put into police custody. Similarly, anyone who has rebelled against the superiority of God is put under the stringent laws of material nature and he must suffer. That is the position. Therefore, his self-interest is to seek out the Supreme Personality of Godhead and surrender unto him. That will make him happy. Otherwise, he simply tries to accept material things and become happy. That is not possible. Prahlad Maharaj gives a hint as how one can seek out the path of Vishnu or Krishna consciousness. He says that we have created so many unnecessary things and become entangled by them. In the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated that we should desire to get out of this unnecessary trouble and to be free from the problems which are created. This morning, I saw a picture of Berlin, Germany, which was sent by one of my disciples. I have been to Berlin and to Moscow, Germany and Russia, and both are very nice cities. Berlin is a very nice city, and London is also a very nice city. But why do people engage in fighting and bombing every other city? So this is 1971. That time the Berlin Wall, which separated East and West Germany, was there. And 1971 was the year where a kind of a treaty was signed by four big powers, right? I think France, US, UK, and probably Germany. Like they signed, some agreement to separate East Germany, West Germany. Then there will be no fighting and so on and so forth. Prabhupada saying so many nice cities are there, but why they're bombing and fighting each other? So he mentions Germany here, Berlin. Why has this happened? Because they have lost their interest in Vishnu, God. Therefore, they are thinking, you are my enemy, I am your enemy. Right? It was funny, Germany, both are Germans on both sides. Right? Just have different ideologies. And they fight like cats and dogs. But as soon as we come to Vishnu understanding, Krishna understanding, these advanced cities, these advanced civilizations can be maintained very nicely. You will be happy, you will eat nicely, dance nicely, live nicely, and go back home, back to God. Enjoy this life and the next life. That is our request. Be a devotee in this life, enjoy this life in Krishna consciousness with Krishna, and next life we will also be with Krishna. Everyone should take the Krishna conscious movement seriously and try to understand it seriously. Like all of you watching this video, trying to hear up to this point, you're serious about understanding. It is authorized on the Vedic principle. It is not something manufactured or unauthorized. We are opening centers in different parts of the world to give people an opportunity for people to understand their real interests. Vishnu, Krishna. Swarthagatim hi Vishnu. That is our mission. Kindly help us and join us. Prabhupada is so humble in his request. So this is the beautiful chapter of Beyond the Laws of Nature. So we'll end here. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.